This morning, I have the pleasure of speaking to Tony Paton. He's going to tell me a little bit about his very long association with Dianna Jacobsen and what's that meant for him in the different roles he's undertaken. So, Tony, welcome. And yes, you've got quite an extensive background. Let me know what you have been doing over the past few years.
Briefly, so basically I started out as a school teacher. This is pre-Dianna era. But then after that, I then joined the Department of Ag as a specialist in sheep and beef and wool technology. Then I was a school teacher for a couple of years. Good. After that, I was a rural financial counsellor for about 17 years, based out of southeast Riverina. Then I was a private consultant, and now I basically still do private consulting, but I specialise in doing depreciation reports on businesses, in particularly agricultural businesses. And throughout all that, or most of that, except, as I say, basically the school teaching, I've had an association with Dianna and China business.
Okay. Can you describe, how working with Dianna Jacobsen and the China business team has impacted your life?
The thing that strikes me and has the biggest impact on me is one, Dianna's integrity, and I think that shines through, and it's sort of it's great, and also her commitment to her clients, if you want to, ever who she's working for. So she's got a very good basis of technical background through her accounting, plus also a practical through farming experience and that, but also this genuine desire to help people. So it's not just words. From Dianna, you know that it's genuine.
Yes. So It comes from the heart.
Yes. Yeah.
If someone is thinking about working with Dianna, what sort of benefits do you think they might get out of that collaboration?
Just having someone that's fully committed to their cause, which is obviously, particularly if someone's sort of not quite sure where they're heading, I think it's a really good plus. And as I say, Dianna's technical background, not only in certain fields, but across many fields, is very beneficial. And I think that helps her let people get a broader picture, not just focus on one avenue, let's say not just taxation or not just practical farming or not just practical business bookkeeping. It's a whole lot, which is very beneficial.
What about business owners specifically? What might they find from working with Dianna?
One of the things that they would benefit would be taking themselves out of the day-to-day so that they're working on the business, not in the business all the time. And that's really important. As I say, basically, certainly the last whatever years I've been running my own business, and it's very easy to say, well, I'm just going to do answer the noisy stuff, and then suddenly you realise that no one's been doing the marketing or no one's been looking after the family when they say, who are you?
Yes.
When you walk in the door. Yeah. So it's really good, and again, I think that's one thing that I've seen people get, and myself talking with Dianna through China business, is that balance across all assets of your life, not only your business and different disciplines within the business, but also you're balancing that personal life as well is really important, because obviously if that's not balanced, it's not going to last.
What about the programs that they're planning to do? What do you know about them, and how do you think people will benefit from them?
Dianna would know that I'm a very helicopter person, so I know a high view of the programs. But what I've seen, I think it's just that. I think where one, it'll take people out of their day-to-day stuff and get them to start thinking about their business in a strategic manner, if you like, and how all the components need to work together. Would be the thing that from what I've picked up, and I thought, that's good, because we need to, particularly small business owners, we do get bogged down into, well, it's not necessarily a rut, but into a routine, and then we forget about the other things that are important, but not making the noise.
That's something that we all get very comfortable with, isn't it? And
yes,
I think the programs really help us to look at stepping outside that comfort zone. and thinking of things in a different way.
Just myself, for example, I do, as I was saying, I do on-site inspections, and I do a lot of commercial properties like motels and also farms, which I love. I do that all day, every day. But if when I'm also the person back in the office that's writing the reports up and doing the invoicing,
Yes.
If we don't keep that balance, then it doesn't work for very long.
That's right. Yeah. What would be the key takeaway points that you would give to someone if they were considering doing the programs?
One, go for it. I think that, as I've said a couple of times, looking at their business from a strategic point of view rather than just a day-to-day running, and as I say, taking like a helicopter view of their business and seeing where it fits, not only in the marketplace but in their life. So do they need to make life choices there if they want to take the next step in their business? And how is that going to accommodate everyone that's affected?
What are the kinds of changes that you've seen for some of the businesses that she's worked with?
But I've seen work some tremendous stuff just with family communication. Getting people to sit down and actually air, everyone's concerns, I guess, or feelings, or whatever you want to call it, and getting that out on the table and then working through so that we can get to a solution that's satisfactory for everyone.
As you say, if those relationships aren't working, it not only can make the whole thing a lot harder, but it can actually deteriorate.
Yeah. Certainly when my work as a rural financial counsellor, I used to do a lot of family meetings, for want of a better word. And I always thought that it doesn't matter how good a plan you come up with, if everyone's not committed to that plan, it's not going to work. So I see from my experience with China Business and Dianna is getting everyone committed to that plan, because that's integral.
Excellent. Well, Tony, that's fabulous. Thank you very much for giving us the time to go through that. Really appreciate your insights, and I know that that's going to be helpful to other people.
Anytime.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, Sheridan.